Yeah, I just found out today. I think, what was that? What award were we talking about?
Player of the week.
Oh yeah, Player of the Week. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you for that.
You're quite welcome.
It's about time.
It's obviously very important to you if you can remember what it was.
Do you know what? These kind of things, obviously, they're good. You know, they're good to hear. You obviously know that you played all right, but they don't do anything. They don't do anything for the team. If I'm being honest, it doesn't really do anything. It's good to have. You know that you played all right. Well, you could get that and lose the game. I'm just happy with the way we played. On the weekend, that was very impressive.
What's the specific thing you were happiest about the way you played the game? Is there something that
goals.
stands out?
The goals, just scoring 7 goals and 4 off set pieces. There's something we concentrate and work very hard on set pieces. If you guys are here, you'll see. We do them like every week without fail, and I think they come off, we were a handful.
Yeah. I know you're not one to obviously talk about personal accolades too much, but now you're at the 50 goal mark. You're up there alongside Juan Pablo Angel and Thierry Henry in club history. Just what does that mean to you to be in those ranks?
Yeah, to be associated with those kind of players, and scoring goals. Again, you're doing something right. But, I still got a few more goals. I still got a few more goals to get. Yeah, God willing, it happens. It's a nice thing to achieve.
And for a goal scorer, you go through those slumps.
Yeah.
And do you ever doubt yourself during those periods, or how do you work your way out?
Yeah.
Because you've done it. You had to do it.
Done it. Yeah. It's a very tough place to be in. With me, I try not to get too down about it, but it's obvious when you see things on Twitter and social media, and you know yourself you haven't scored a goal. It is tough to deal with because that's my job. But I never think that I won't score. It's just I always think, when is this going to come? Like, when is this goal? It's been 4 games or it's been 5 games, and I do start to think, when is it going to come? But I feel like I've always scored goals, and I think I'm going to have a drought. I'll have another drought this season. But as long as you bounce back.
During those periods of time, do you try to watch more film?
No.
Do you spend extra time after training, or do you just go through a normal routine?
Do you know what I try to do? I try to work on assist and at least bringing something to the table. I try and set up a goal or something else. If I'm just not getting it right in front of the goal, I try and help others score.
You guys are now 4-0 against New York City, and the goal differential is 14-2. I know geographically things are close between, but is this a real rivalry? Usually rivalry has some sort of balance.
Yeah, it does, but let's be honest. They've just come into the the MLS. This is their 2nd season, and when you're out on the field, we know it's tough. It's a tough game. It might not seem like that because we've won 4 out of 4 games, but it is very tough out there. It's a tough game to be in. Both teams are working hard, and you have to fight for everything. Fortunately, we've just fought a little bit harder.
Brett, I know you guys are probably still buzzing from that result, but how do you now try to take that and turn the page and move forward to Toronto?
Yeah, well, we watch video and we take away the positives. We look at the things that we didn't do well, and that can help us get better. I think if we approach every game like we did that game, we will have a lot more wins than losses.
What didn't you do well in a 7-0 win?
No, there's a few things, a few very little things, but they're important to the way we play, and we've seen some things on the video, and we'll be trying to make those right.
Bradley, you talked about playing with that kind of effort. So a couple of weeks earlier, you played another rival, perhaps your biggest rival, and that wasn't there. Are those things? I'm sure that's what New York City's trying to figure out this week, why they didn't have the same kind of effort.
Yeah.
How do you figure those things out?
I don't, that's Jesse's job. You're going to have to ask him, and he's going to have to get it. No, honestly, it's every man has to know what they're good at and what makes them play well and how they help the team. Number one for us is every player, first of all, working hard, reacting, tuning in, and just being a player we need that fits into this team.
2 more. Your brother told me you're sloppy around the house.
Yeah.
What is his
Don't
Achilles
listen to
heel?
Sean. He's small. He's very small. He can't reach things. He
stop
can't reach things up high, and I have to get tomato ketchup and stuff for him.